Today is a funny day. I decided to do some hair combing, super flat, and yeah, hope you get encouraged with what you hear today, coming from my heart to yours. Letter 121, July 20th. Dear friend, today I was sitting outside shortly after the sun set. I was gazing into the sky, watching the clouds go by as the warm breeze cascaded over my face. After a few minutes, the clouds opened up the sky, and a lone star shined brightly behind the black backdrop of space. As I was creating my future in my mind, a few thoughts came to mind. As I looked at the star, I realized that most likely the star is long gone, and that what I'm seeing was the light left behind. So in reality, I was seeing its impact long after it was gone. Then I looked down at the table which was in front of me. On it was a drop of water. Once and dried, I left behind a residue. Every time I look at that spot, it reminds me that there was once a drop of water. You too will leave a mark of people's lives. You aren't just a person. You're a very special person. So be bold and courageous, so that long after you're gone, your impact will continue shining for ages to come. Find a few minutes this week to sit down and write a letter to someone who has impacted your life, someone you love dearly. Encourage them and send it off. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your friend, Alexi Katko. July 22nd, letter 122. Some airplanes flying in the background here, so sorry for that noise. Letter 122. Dear friend, in life, we come across many types of people. Some come and go. A few come for a very brief time, yet leave a deep, long-lasting impact. And the rest come into our lives and stay for a very long time. I'd like to encourage you to keep your eye out for those brief, impacting type of people. When you zero in on one, be very intentional with them and learn as much as you can from them and their experiences. Life is brief, life is short, yet long enough to learn much and enjoy before the next journey begins. Last month, I decided to embark on a journey, to write 1,000 letters to people I never met, to encourage and challenge others with whatever comes to mind. Life is worth it, so give it all you got. Be bold and courageous in your pursuits. Sit down this week and write a letter to someone you love, a person who has impacted your life. Encourage them and tell them how they impacted your life. Then send it to them. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your friend, Alexi Katko. Hold on a second. July 22nd, letter 123. Dear friend, as improbable as this might seem today, I'm spending my free time thinking of how to encourage you to be a better you. Most likely, neither you or I have ever met, yet through this letter we are connected. This might seem like a simple interaction, yet two people have been already impacted, and by the end of this letter, at least one more person will be impacted. Because that person, many will look up to, greatness is measured by how many people you have impacted. So, I'd like to encourage you to look out for the small things you can do to help others. Be bold, be courageous, and multiply in your works of kindness. Last month, my journey of 1,000 letters began. I still yet to send one out, and a few lives have been impacted already. Well, I yet to send it out, but already a few lives have been impacted. Imagine that you and I have impacted a life, yet we never seen each other. There is great power in simple acts of kindness. Sit down this week, write a letter to someone you love, a person who has impacted your life. We all need to be encouraged, so encourage them and send it off. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Alexi Katko. July 24th, letter 124. Dear friend, my writing is a bit shaky because I am writing on a train. I could have waited, but when inspiration comes over you, then writing is a must. In June, I decided to write 1,000 letters of encouragement to people in America. In our world, there's more negativity with every passing day. For the most part, people give in and give up. But I wanted to tell you the full truth of who you really are. In all of creation, including the universe, you are truly one of a kind, never to be duplicated in history. You have been dealt with talents and skills which can transform the future of humanity and our future. Be bold, be courageous. You are beautiful as you are. You are beautiful as you are. Don't fall for anything less. Become the change you want to see in this world. Sit down this week and write a letter to someone who has impacted your life. Encourage them. Explain how they impacted your life and send it off. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. July 24th, letter 125. Dear friend, inspiration and opportunities come to you when you are willingly putting yourself out out of your comfort zones. Make a habit of trying new things. Life is worth living, and it surely is worth doing it differently than the standard everyone is used to. A life lived well is worth emulating, and usually once is enough if done differently. Don't settle for the status quo. Be different, be bold, and be awesome. Above all, be extraordinary. A month ago, I decided to write 1,000 letters of encouragement. This might seem like a small thing. However, I believe in the power of that one can change a life. Because inevitably, we're all connected in some way, somehow. In light of that, I sit down this week, and in light of the fact that I sat down this week, sit down this week and write a letter to some person who has impacted your life. Encourage them and send it to them. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. This letter was on July 24th. These letters were written while I was taking a train ride from Savannah, Georgia to Springfield, Massachusetts. July 24th, letter 126, written around 4 p.m. Dear friend, a little over a month ago, I decided to write 1,000 letters of encouragement to random people in America. Over the past few years, I came to realize how little of that is done in this great country we call home. What I mean by the above statement is how it surprises me how little our media focuses on encouraging others. I also learned that one changed life impacts many more. So go out, be bold and courageous and different. Find ways to help those around you. Travel around, meet new people, expand your horizons. You never know who you'll meet and what experiences you'll come across. If money's an issue, at least try to ride a train for a few hours from home and spend a night in that city. All in all, be courageous in your pursuits. Sit down this week and write a letter to one person who has impacted your life. Encourage them and then send it off to them. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. July 24th, letter 127. Dear friend, on behalf of awesomeness, I would like to notify you. The power you have been given is beyond what most realize they possess. You were placed on earth for a very specific reason, to accomplish a mission only you can achieve. So be bold and courageous. Sorry, bad spelling on courageous. Your mind is the key. Learn how to use its true power, and all you ever dreamed of is but around the next corner. Not long ago, I decided to write 1,000 letters to quote-unquote random people in America to encourage them to become more, to live to the fullest, and just simply be awesome. So sit down this week and write a letter to someone you love and who has impacted your life. Encourage them and send it off to them. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. July 28th. Apparently I took a 4-day break. Yeah, that's an intense time, if I remember correctly. July 28th, letter 128. Dear friend, beyond your imagination lays a sea of possibilities. Apply your imagination and learn to lean on inspiration a little more. Very often, we tend to reject inspiration we get. So be bold and courageous in your pursuits. Life, as we know it, has been given only once to live on Earth. Starting last year, or actually a little over a year ago, I decided to go on a journey of moving to different places around America, to learn as much as I can and especially find purpose in life. I'm not completely sure yet of my purpose, however, I will say this. My journey has taught me much more than I ever expected. A little over a month ago, I decided to write 1,000 letters of encouragement, because we all need it at some points in our life. Be awesome this week. Sit down and write a letter to someone who has impacted your life. Tell them how they changed and molded your life. Then, send it to them. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your friend, Alexi Katko. July 28th, letter 129. Dear friend, a few months ago, I decided to write 1,000 letters of encouragement to random people in America, to encourage and challenge them to greater, better, bigger things. To you, I'd like to say, find your passion in life, and don't give up until you do find it. Many will tell you to be real and become like everyone else, but I write this to you to hopefully challenge you to become much more than you ever dreamed of becoming. You have it in you. Choose your goal and pursue it until you accomplish it. Courage comes to those who have the boldness to pursue their dreams. Be bold, be different, and be awesome. Sit down this week and write a letter to someone who has impacted your life. Tell them all about how their life impacted yours and send it. And send it off. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexi Katko. And for the last letter today, written on July 28th, letter 130. Dear friend, not long ago I decided I wanted to impact our great nation. And so an inspired burst of awesomeness came to my mind, to write 1,000 letters to random people and send them off to do their work of awesomeness. I write about whatever comes to my mind as long as it's encouraging and challenging. So to you, I'd like to say, a dream will only remain a dream until you put a breath of life into it. And in this world, that breath of life is action. Be bold, have courage to pursue your dreams for great things. Sit down and write a letter this week to someone you love, a person who has impacted your life. Encourage them and send it off to them. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexi Katko. I'd like to thank you for tuning in today to listen to these letters. I do hope from the bottom of my heart that it was encouraging to you. And if you know anybody else that needs some encouragement, share this with them, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Signing out.